What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a hot minute since we have posted any content, but all kinds of things going on this summer. Travel, kids going to school, whatnot. But back in the boat and putting together a little bit of a smallie bite. Definitely got into some walleye. We'll show you some of those fish catches in this video. But super excited that the smallies are appearing with force. Nothing huge, nothing to write home about, but it's kind of a new species for me, at least, to really get on. We don't have a lot of local waters that have a lot of them in it. And so this is really cool, a lot of fun. So if you're looking to get on smallie bite and you're in this area around the CF reservoir, you know what I'm talking about. There is a smallie bite to be had on this lake, and it's super, super fun. So check out some of these fish catches, and I'll show you some of the things that were working pretty well for us. Well, hey guys, first off, my apologies for no audio. My audio wasn't recording, unfortunately, for the day. So found that out once I got home, started editing, but such is life. So, but let me give you a few tips. You want to get on this bite, you want to figure this out and catch some smallies, or just even walleye for that matter. Just give you three quick tips, talk about tackle, talk about location, and then talk about depth. And I think the depth was kind of key here. But first of all, let's talk about just a few lures. If you're new to the channel, this is something I talk about often, is these fluke minnows. These are the small ones, 2.75 inch, and we catch big walleye on these, and we catch small walleye on these. I mean, these catch everything. You'll catch trout, you catch bass, you'll catch walleye, you catch just about anything. But the head on this is kind of unique. I don't know if it matters. Not big on colored jig heads, but this is from Barlow's Tackle. It's an 1/8 ounce, and it's just a triangle head jig, and you're getting basically the action is what you're looking for. You see this thing just like has a ton of action, and so you're really just like snapping this thing off the bottom, let it hit bottom, and then pop it, let it sit for a few seconds. A lot of times the bass, they'll hit it on the fall, and sometimes the walleye will hit it on the fall. And so that was a go-to for both walleye, but also for bass as well. And obviously, when you're throwing these kinds of small, jigs, 1/8 ounce, small 2.75, 3-inch plastics, a smaller light action rod. Some guys use an ultralight. I prefer a medium light with a fast action, fast tip. So is what I often use for stuff like that. Line 6-pound test is kind of my go-to, sometimes down to even 4-pound test. The other thing that was working really good was these little paddle tails, and this guy you can see is pretty beat up. I would say these aren't the greatest, but I picked these up from Sportsman's. If you're in Montana area, Sportsman's. Lost Creek paddle shad. These things were pretty cheap. Picked up a pack and thought, heck, I'll try it. Then the perch color paddle shad. These are pretty good. They're pretty effective, but they don't hold up super well. You can see the the color, the paint is kind of already coming apart, and the heads kind of come out of them pretty easily as well. But they were killing these things. Really good action as well. But any small plastic, I think paddle tail, don't have to be real specific. I think especially with the bass. I am not a bass expert. I'm not a walleye expert, but just kind of figuring this out. And these are some of the things that we use. But tackle wise, that's what we were using. The second thing is location, and I'll overlay some images for you to kind of see the what we were kind of fishing. But looking for rocks is essentially, you're looking for kind of those sheer kind of cliffs, and any kind of rock piles, rock on the shoreline that's typically going to extend into the water as well. And that's where those bass were holding. But also the third thing would be your depth range and positioning your boat. And I feel like this was really key too, because the water, at least here, was pretty clear. And so we basically positioned our boat in the depth zone that was dark. And so I don't have any images to kind of overlay that for you, but anywhere from like 15 to 25 feet of water. But it was essentially where you could see the bottom and then the edge that was dark. And we kind of stayed on that edge the whole time, where it was just like, it was dark, you couldn't see to the bottom. It was that light colored clear water to where you couldn't see the bottom anymore. And it was so definitive. And so we kind of stuck on that line. And a lot of times it was a vertical jig bite was how a lot of our hits. Not always. Cast to the shoreline, pop it back, and we caught fish that way too. But a lot of those fish, a lot of the bass specifically, came on a vertical jig. And then the walleye that we ended up catching, we spot locked and we vertical jigged and just put a hurting on them as well. So a few tips there, guys. Hope this video helps. Get out, catch some smallies on our local reservoir here, and hope you have some success. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like, comment. If you have questions about this, I'd be happy to share anything and everything I possibly can to help you get on this bite. It's just a fun, especially for kids, I think would be a fantastic thing to get kids out on, and smallies just fight great. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more content, and get some trips planned here. Hopefully get some content out from those trips, but get some interesting things coming up. But stay tuned. We'll see you next time.